I'm really excited with how the girls have shown up this preseason so far. They've consistently brought energy, they've brought competitiveness every single practice. They're pushing one another to get better. They brought a positive energy and they're having fun with it. And I think that's a big thing for us moving forward. We have a smaller roster. We have 16 on roster this year. Each of them have a role, and we've talked about their roles, and we've talked about how they're going to have to buy into those roles for us to be successful as a team. And they've been really responsive to coaching for sure. This preseason has been some changes made, but they've really responded well to those things early on. I think a big thing for us is we want to continue to climb up in the ODAC. Our first year, we finished at the very bottom. Last year, we had more success. We finished about midway, and we really competed with some really great teams. Now that we have that confidence that we can compete with those teams, now it's time to figure out how to finish it. And I think that's a big thing that we will work on, and we have been working on this preseason. We're not necessarily preparing ourselves to face Salem, who's our home opener. We're preparing ourselves to get better each and every single day, and that's something that we have incorporated at the end of practice. Is we want to make sure that we can say that we've gotten better after every practice, and if we continue to do that, we'll be in a really good spot when it comes time to start ODAC play. I think a big strength of ours is our speed and our defense. We've got a lot of girls that can play different positions. It's just going to be a matter of who's hitting the ball is going to be in the lineup. So we have a big focus on our offense. This preseason, we've taken more cuts. We're spending a lot more time in the cage because I know that we're going to have to produce runs. So our pitching staff, Casey, Sarah, and Hannah Z, they know what's ahead of them. They've really challenged themselves this preseason to be ready for that. We know that with 3 pitchers going throughout 40 games that's going to be a challenge, but that's something that we've talked about, and we know that we're going to have to produce those runs. We know our defense is going to have to stay solid and even better than it was last year. We were one of the top defenses in our conference last year, so that's been a focus to maintain that and also strengthen some of the things we weren't so great at. I think a big thing for us too is our leadership. I think we only have 2 seniors right now, but we have a strong junior class who has also stepped up in some leadership roles. And that's kind of trickled down throughout the whole team, and not only on the field, but in the classroom, in the weight room. They're continuing to push each other. There's a standard that was set. I played here. I was assistant coach the last 2 years, and now I'm going into my first season as a head coach. And this program has meant a lot to me. I care a lot about it. I've met my best friends here. I've grew in my own ways, and that's what I want for these girls. And we do talk a lot about that at practice. We talked about they're not just developing as players out here. They're developing as people, and that's a main focus of mine. I want them to have a great experience just like I did.